everyone's favorite content on this channel. It used to be popular. Now it's become at least favorite. I think people are getting the point, but Aaron Schoenke is known as a reputation in the industry for doing smear campaigns against people. Now he is doing a smear campaign against Kevin Porter, who he outed for being gay. And as a defense mechanism to combat that, which he won't deny. Trust me, if you ever see Aaron Schoenke deny outing Kevin Porter as gay, please screen record and send it to me expeditiously. I need it ASAP. So what is he doing? He is going live, smearing Kevin Porter's name anytime he comes up, where Kevin Porter took the high road and said, I have nothing to say about this guy. Aaron has everything to say about Kevin Porter. That should tell you all you need to know. And I wish we can get a Kevin Porter interview, but hey, if y'all know him, reach out to me for me, please.
Someone said at this point, you can't say it's allegations. If you have 3 people who have all, I think, basically said they have nothing to say about me, right? That's what they said, which is kind of silly. I don't even know what their allegations are. What are their allegations?
Now, he knows damn well what the allegations are, but he plays coy with his audience because most of his diehard fans have suffered from brain rot.
I don't even know what they are. Why is Kevin not returning? I think I answered that. I think we're gonna, well, because we went our separate ways. I am not going to work with Kevin again. So, so that's done. I basically was kind of, it was a choice of ethics, and I don't want to be affiliated with people that do stuff like that. So I just kind of walked away.
Now, he says do stuff like that, but he, in his deleted live streams, which he keeps doing the live and then deletes, and he's like, oh, you don't know how to build a channel, and I want to delete my live streams. The reason he deletes them, I can, sure, he doesn't want his channel to look a certain way. However, he can unlist the live streams, but he makes them unavailable for his fans to watch or for me to dissect because he's a sneak live streamer. He goes live to about like 50 to 100 people, and then it's gone within, I don't know, less than an hour after he does it. And he talks about all sorts of things, and it was a really big one that this clip came from. But he did another one at a gym talking, and of course, as the smear campaign continues, when Kevin is brought up, he will 100% smear him while dodging outing him for gay.
And clear your name. Ask questions. I also don't have to clear my name because it's from a small, tiny channel.
I am the small, tiny channel.
Clickbait garbage.
Clickbait garbage. I love how he classifies his friends coming forward and talking on my channel as clickbait garbage.
Full of lies.
And lies. And lies. Now, the person who sent me here was asking him all sorts of tough questions that pretty much just got dodged, but a couple did get through.
Calling JDF a liar. When did Jason lie? Give me direct quotes.
Like, this guy, you have to like nail him against the wall with stuff, and they're obviously going to go to the big one, the greed.
Aaron wanted more. Greed.
And I'll tell you the origin stories of that quote.
How long is Legend of White Dragon? It is 1 hour and 30 minutes. Oh, and Jason said greed. Yeah, so Jason said that.
And look, they're like, Aaron, you're skim reading comments. Of course you're going to skim reading comments, man. You guys trying to ask him the tough questions, those comments probably will never get through again. It's just not. Unless you ask him about Kevin Porter, and then he was like, oh, well, let me smear Kevin Porter. So, which aligns with what he did to Tatiana, which aligns with what other people told me privately. So it's just par for the course. Everything is actually coming full circle.
The first Kickstarter failed. Jason did not take failure well. And he originally wanted to do the Kickstarter at $250,000. And I told him it's not possible to do the feature film that we wanted to do for $250,000. We have to do it for $500,000. And even then, that wasn't enough. We had to bring in outside investors.
Now, he said he wanted to do it at 250. He said it's not enough. They had to bring in outside investors because Aaron has absolutely zero experience making a movie. So the budget is sky high for his horrible acting and reshoots and him just not knowing. Now, if Chris J was smart, he would have did what Lionsgate did or the people at Valiant with Ninjak and hiring someone to kind of manage the production so it just doesn't balloon to $4 million. and you get something that's being shopped around right now with not a buyer in sight, that's likely going to end up getting released on Tubi on September 4th, but we'll see.
But so when it failed, Jason said, Aaron was being greedy because we should have just done it for that. And I'm like, there's no way we could have done the movie for that. We would have painted ourselves in the corner. But then I talked with Jason, he apologized. And he understood that we need more money to create the future that we wanted. So
now he said Jason apologized in a previous live stream. I'm sure that may still be out there. He said he has the audio of JDF apologizing and he was going to release it one day. I think that is not going to happen.
He just was frustrated. But he apologized for that. Obviously, he ended up working with me again.
Now, he said he obviously ended up working with him again, and I played you audio where Jason was like, when asked why him, he was like, I couldn't afford to leave Aaron. And that's like, I would love for him to like react to that, but he's like, oh no, he was just fooling around, dog. That was not fooling around. That was not. Talk to anyone outside of Aaron who heard that audio. They would tell you, no, he wasn't fooling around. He was 100% serious. And if Legend was the White Dragon was to come out and he was still alive, I doubt he would ever work with Aaron again. But yeah, who knows?
That's true, Amalgam. That's true. Yeah, I mean, you have to.
Now, this is where the Kevin Porter slander is about to begin, and it's going to continue for a good portion of this video.
I walked away from him just because of inappropriate behavior, you know. So
he walked away from Kevin Porter for inappropriate behavior. You see the slander? He could have said, oh, I got nothing to say about this guy. But no. Now, I wonder, will this prompt Kevin Porter to actually speak out and actually end Aaron's career and confirm all the rumors that Aaron spread about him? But I'm not so sure.
You know, he's not a fan. I wish him well. The last time I saw him, I gave him 10 grand.
Last time he saw him, he gave him 10 grand. He's he's holding that 10 grand over Kevin's head. Like, hey, remember when you asked for that money? Remember when Aaron promised him the 10 grand for Dying is Easy Part 2 when Dying is Easy Part 2 never came to fruition? Aaron wants everyone to know that, yes, he still gave Kevin Porter the 10 grand by what he's not saying is probably the hundreds of thousands of dollars he's made off Kevin Porter by continuously to repost Kevin Porter's clips and content. And normally, if you're going to do something like that, you know, for a celebrity, a star, it might be like you got to buy him out, you know, or renegotiate every time you repost it. And he doesn't even credit Kevin Porter anymore or Tatiana Neva or some of the other collaborators. So, you know, when he's talking about work for exposure, you're like, well, eventually he's going to stop crediting you. So there's that.
First house, you know, because he was really struggling. So I wish him the best, nothing but love.
Let's rewind it. Kevin was really struggling. He wished him the best, nothing but love. I think that's a lie.
The last time I saw him, I gave him 10 grand for his house, you know, because he was really struggling. So I wish him the best, nothing but love. But sometimes you just got to walk away from people.
Now, what you didn't see or what you did is someone type what inappropriate behavior. That's actually going to come up in the latter end of the video where he answers it. This is just more Kevin Porter slander, more Kevin Porter smear campaign. Meanwhile, Kevin Porter is still getting, he's doing the voice acting for Kyle Higgins, I guess, audiobook.
It's what they like to, the people they like to keep up on their life, I just can't, you know, so. So that's White Dragon ever coming out. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oops.
I said, so you admitted you wanted half.
So this is where he talks about half, and obviously you guys know nothing about making movies, and only Aaron does, and he should just be the voice of reason, even though this is his first movie he ever made. And for a $4 million budget, it's likely going to end up on Tubi, and theatrical is a fucking long shot.
You guys understand, like this is such, I've answered this a few times. You understand? Let me know who in the room understands this. When you make a movie, you understand that most of the budget has to go to costumes, sets, catering, insurance, costumes, makeup. You understand, like, so me as the owner of a production company saying, hey, we need half of what's raised on Kickstarter to make the movie. You understand that makes sense, right? Who in the room understands that? Then with Johnny Bosch.
Now, Johnny Young Bosch. Will Johnny Young Bosch be in the movie? Guys, if you don't remember, Johnny Young Bosch wrote the original script for the first Kickstarter. And when that failed, I guess Johnny Young Bosch went a different direction, as Aaron Schoenke was like, man, we were so close to getting $500,000 from fans to produce what was going to look like every other beatdown, but different costumes.
The movie, he was in the first Kickstarter. And then because of time and other conflicts, he was not in the second one. Me and Johnny are friends though. Just saw him 2 days ago. He's a great guy, super talented. I'm gonna show him White Dragon soon, get his thoughts on it. And he wants to take a look at his movie, which is awesome. He does nothing but great work. Highly recommend. Check out what he's working on.
Sorry guys, this guy goes live at a gym. It's a lot of background noise.
But you talk to him. That's between him and Jason. So I know what went on, but you should just talk about that. It's just, you see. So will Kevin still appear in Legend of Dragon? Yeah.
So is Kevin still in it?
Yeah, Kevin's definitely in it. He has a great fight scene with Jason.
Now, here's the thing, right? I'll give you guys a little story, right? So originally, I believe White Dragon, Legend of the White Dragon was literally supposed to be Kevin Porter versus JDF. Well, when the first Kickstarter failed, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Kevin Porter's role was significantly reduced, and insert Dragon Prime, this fully fleshed out character with a lot of screen time as this quote unquote yin and yang story went. We really desperately need a interview with Johnny Young Bosch to confirm the differences in the whatchamacallit. I emailed his, I don't know, whatever people he signed to. Like, you got to go there and email them, and maybe I'll send them again. But you guys were so gracious enough to get in touch with Tatiana Neva to reach out to me. Maybe the Resilient Army could reach out to somebody that know Johnny Young Bosch, and then we could set that interview up. But going back to it, the original story was supposed to be JDF versus Kevin Porter. And when the first Kickstarter failed and JDF and Johnny Young Bosch went their own separate ways, and there's actually a great interview on my channel with a Johnny Young Bosch insider that breaks down the entire story. I find them to be extremely credible. It did really good on the views. So there is that. But Aaron changed the script. Aaron will not direct anything where he's not a goddamn character in it, because he wants to be the show, right? He's like, oh, it's me. He's probably gonna be Shredder in Batman vs. Shredder, in all honesty. He'll probably have like a stunt double in there doing all the fight work. But who knows? I'm sure it's about time. He'll probably switch it up. Who knows? Who cares? Or whatever. But the point I want to make is Kevin Porter's role, I want to say he got snubbed significantly. But let's get back to Aaron Schoenke's smear campaign against Kevin Porter after reducing his role significantly. Let's go.
So anyone lying to live we finally deleted. This is, we all know this live will get deleted. I delete most of my lives because I don't like them clogging up my channel. Usually when you build your channel, and I don't know if you guys know this, because you guys don't, it's like, I learned this too, I didn't know this either. When you operate a channel this magnitude and this size, there's a certain protocol that you want to adhere to. And you can't have a ton of thumbnails on your channel with me leaning over, sweaty, bad lighting, that kind of stuff. So I always go live and I delete them. Not because I'm saying anything that's worth deleting. I think it's all fun, silly, questions. But you all love to read into stuff, and I think it's so funny and so silly. It's funny when you have people critique how to run your any sitting president.
He doesn't want any criticism, guys. He's about to say it's funny when you have people try to critique your work. Oh, here.
Or any, big time job, or really any job. They'd be like, any sitting president, or any, big time job, or really any job. They'd be like me critiquing a chef. I don't know how to cook on a master level. It's funny to see the arrogance and audacity to have people do that, and they don't even know it. I don't tolerate people bullying.
Okay, here we go. This is the behavior, and I'm gonna get to the super chat after this segment. This is where the big smear campaign against Kevin Porter gets launched. He already did the soft open up, and what behavior are you talking about? And he's about to lay it out for you.
People on set.
Bullying people on set. Sorry if the sound is off.
I think that's very inappropriate. There's a lot of things that we don't tolerate here about, and some that I don't like. If you're a homophobe.
A homophobe, the irony, right? Now, if you guys don't know, right, he was not always this, like, he paints himself as a champion of whatchamacallit. All right. All right, so somebody sent me this quote. The reason I believe Henry is because Aaron had been posting a lot about supporting the LGBT community lately, and I followed Bat and the Sun and Aaron's personal IG account for years. Never once seen him post about it until the fallout with Kevin. That's what you call running defense, right? He started posting about it when he realized I knew what he did. So here come all of the LGBT plus support posts to make him out like that. Some people think he may be in the closet himself due to the fact that there are plenty of closeted men that get insecure around masculine men because they feel challenged. And Aaron can say that he's married all he wants. Look at Diddy. He's married and he was a fruit basket. It's been proven 9 times out of 10 that they're insecure about, gay people. They're likely gay themselves. So yeah, all of the gay support came on the heels when he started realizing like, oh shit, Henry knows I spread the rumor about Kevin Porter. So now that Henry knows I spread the rumor about Kevin Porter, now we got to add Operation Smear Campaign. Kevin's a bully. He doesn't tolerate homophobia. Let's keep it going, man. And the interview that actually truly exposes Aaron, I'm just not finished editing with. And that's just my own fault there.
Gone. If you're racist, gone. If you're a bully, gone. Cheat on your partner, gone. Because it's hard to really work with someone how can you trust someone if they're willing to cheat on their partner, So just distance yourself from these people. Anyone that's like constantly bashing people.
Now this is the Henry Resilient smearing. Damn, I spelled smearing wrong. God help me. God help me with this spelling, y'all.
People spewing negativity, wanting to take advantage of the fans, gone. Don't tolerate bullying, yet you booted Madeline Ray. I didn't boot her, not at all. Booting would be like she would be on the project and then you fire her off her. We never did that. We hadn't worked together as Harley for 8 years, 5 years, something like that. And she wasn't brought back because she's not a fighter. That's why. Whatever else you're saying is clickbait garbage.
Now, remember, Madeline Ray said she wasn't brought back because she was too fat. And then it was ugly. And I guess that is clickbait garbage. So take it how you want.
She wasn't brought back because she's not a fighter. Hey, that's right. Celtic Bass says life's too short. You don't need people like that in your life. I agree. So I got to go.
Do I look really short?
I mean, maybe.
And here is Aaron Schoenke's handler, which we have learned from someone anonymous. She really needs a director credit for Legend of the White Dragon, but Aaron would never give her one.
Let me scold them. You be nice to my husband.
Now, hot take, I learned today, allegedly, that she sold her house in Canada, and the money, the proceeds from her selling the house in Canada was used to buy the house in LA that they say that they're renting. Who the hell knows what's the truth, but that's what I was told today by an anonymous source.
Or else.
Yeah. So there you have it. Everything that we've been told about Aaron Schoenke regarding smear campaigns, you're actually getting to see it play out live with what he's doing to, I wouldn't even dare say Kevin Porter was ever a friend of his or in Aaron's eyes a friend, but what he's doing to Kevin Porter. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.